बच्चों अगले क्वेश्चन में देखते हैं density of 67% by weight of H2SO4 is 1.6 gram per ml. So what we have to find out is molarity, and we already know molarity is equal to 10 into D into X upon molar mass. I'm just gonna put the respective values. 10 into density is 1.6 into percent weight by weight is 67 divided by molar mass is 98. Just solve it out. And the second part, molarity, as we already derived, the relation between molarity and molarity is 1000 into molar mass of solute divided by 1000 D minus molar mass into molarity. So just put the values and find out the result. We have already the formula 1000 into m upon 1000 d minus molar mass into molarity. Molarity इसको तो मुझे फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. 10 into 1.6 into 67 equals to 1072 divided by 98. 10.938. 10.938. Just I am going to put this value here. 1000 into molarity becomes 10.938 upon 1000 D. Density has already been given into 1.6 minus molar mass is 98 into molarity is again molarity is 10.938. I am sure you will be able to find out this answer by yourself very easily. So let us move to the next section. So we derived almost all the derivations of molarity, mole fraction concept. Now we are going to the next section of numericals. Three oxides of nitrogen N2O, NO2 and N2O3 are mixed in the ratio of 3:1. 3:2:1. Find the vapor density of the mixture. So vapor density of the mixture formula is molar mass of mixture divided by 2, because you know very well vapor density is measured in terms of hydrogen, and hydrogen molar mass is 2. So vapor density of the mixture equals to molar mass means this one is in the ratio of 3 and 2 only. 14 दूनी 28, 28 10 38 और 6 38 2 40 4 44 44 प्लस ये क्या है, ये 2 की रेशियो में है. 2 इंटू 14 16 16 दूनी 32 32 और 4 36 प्लस 46 46 प्लस ये 1 की रेशियो में है. 1 इंटू 14 टू 28 28 प्लस 16 टू 48 76 डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल रेशियो वाज 3 2 5 प्लस 1 6 इंटू 1 by 2. Just solve it out. It will be whatever it is, 3 into 44 plus 2 into 46 plus 1 into 76 upon 12. Find out the answer. I'm not going to simplify it. Now let's move to the next numerical. This one is the important numerical. How many moles of ZnFeS2 can be made by 2 mole of zinc, 3 mole Fe and 5 mole of sulfur? So let us write down the reaction. Initially we have got 2 mole of zinc, 3 mole of Fe and 5 mole of sulfur. So he wants to know how much moles of ZnFeS2 will be produced. So in this section we have to consider the limiting reagent formula. You remember very well, in this case the limiting reagent is zinc, because 1 mole of zinc requires 1 mole of Fe and 1 mole of zinc requires 2 mole of sulfur. So if there are 2 moles of zinc present already, then it will exhaust itself. Because this one is limiting reagent, 2 minus 2, okay, and the same fraction of Fe will be consumed, 3 minus 2, the consumption of iron, and 5 minus 4, that is the important part, because 1 mole of zinc requires 2 mole of sulfur. Hence if 2 mole of zinc exhausted, then it will exhaust around 2 times of the zinc mole, which will be 5 minus 4. So and the result will be 2, because 1 mole gives 1, so 2 moles will give 2 moles. That was all. The left amount is 0, 1, 1 and 2. So 2 mole of ZnFeS2 will be produced. Let us move to the next section. So here comes the most beautiful example according to me, and I am sure only those persons could do it who have gone through my lectures or my previous lectures, because I have already explained you in the stoichiometric method, and the stoichiometric method is the only method which is going to apply here and will give the correct form of answer. So what is the question? NX is produced by following step of the reaction. NX is the compound which is forming by these 3 steps of the reaction, and finally NX is produced. So he told us that there is a reaction which is going to happen in 3 steps, and finally we got NX. So what he want to know? He want to know that how much metal is consumed to produce 206 gram of NX. It means how much of this metal was used in order to produce this metal which is weighing 206 gram. The most difficult numerical according to me. Maybe some of you will get confused, but trust me, by first of all you pause this video and try to figure it out by yourself, and later on I'm here to explain it. So just take this screenshot and try it by yourself. Maybe this will boost up your knowledge of stoichiometry. Let's move on. What he have already given, that he has given 206 gram of NX produced. Metal molar mass is 56, nitrogen molar mass is 23, and the X is 80. So let us try to find out what is the molar mass of the final product NX. N is how much? 23, and X is 80. This will give us 103. So the moles of NX produced are given weight upon molar mass. Moles of moles of NX equals to given weight 206 upon molar mass 103, it will be 2. Now here comes the magic part. Now we have to find it by this one, that here the NX produced was 2 mole. Now we have to figure it out that how much metal was consumed earlier in order to get this amount of NX. So let us find out. Now I am going to simplify it by my method or our method of stoichiometry. Let us assume this was 8 mole and it was 1 mole. To produce 8 mole, 1 mole of N3X8 was required. 8 mole NX, 1 mole M3 X8 was required. For 1 mole NX, this one is 8 रुपए में 1 candy, then candy is pretty much expensive. For 1 rupees he will get very less amount of candy, M3X8. And how much we got? We got 2 mole NX. So for 2 mole NX, how much M3X8 was used? It was 1 by 8 into 2. It will become 1 by 4. Now what we got here, minus 1 by 4 mole of M3X8 was used in order to produce 2 mole. Hence, and also we know that M3X8 comes from this reaction. So if here minus 1 by 4 mole was used, then for sure minimum 1 by 4 should be here. 1 by 4 mole was used. So how can we use it? First of all, we should know that there is some point where it could have been formed. So where it have been formed, it was from this side, and minus 1 by 4 mole here used to produce 2 mole. So at least 1 by 4 mole, at least 1 by 4 mole was produced. We don't need to know how much total formed, but we have to assume that if 2 mole was formed here, then minimum 1 by 4 mole was consumed, and no matter how much it was formed, but at least it is more than 1 by 4. है ना? So to produce 1 by 4, how much of this amount was used? I am again going to simplify it by stoichiometric method. 1 mole, for 1 mole M3X8, 3 mole of MX2 was required. Understood? For 1 by 4 mole of M3X8, how much it was required? देखो 1 रुपए में 3 टॉफी मिलती है, तो 1 by 4 में ज्यादा ही मिलेगी, तो ज्यादा के लिए मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं हम 1 by 4 into 3, सॉरी हाँ 1 by 4 M3X8 के लिए 3 by 4. So at least minus 3 by 4 was used here. ठीक है? So in order to produce 1 by 4 mole of M3X8, minimum 3 by 4 of MX2 was used. As it was used, I put a negative sign here and negative sign here, and I am putting positive sign, means it is going to be produced here and it is getting exhausted. So now we know that at least 3 by 4 if it was used, then it must be produced minimum 3 by 4. And where does this 3 by 4 comes from? Where it has been, it must be came from here, and you can easily assume that if 1 mole of M produces 1 mole of MX2, then for sure to produce 3 by 4 mole of MX2, positively 3 by 4 M was used. Here comes the stoichiometric method, and I am sure if you go through it once again by yourself, you will find your answer easily. So finally, what we got that metal was used around 3 by 4 mole. So he was asking for how much metal? I mean, he was asking for mass. If he have asked for moles, then answer is 3 by 4. And if he is asking for mass, then I can easily convert it. Mass of M consumed is 3 by 4 mole into molar mass of M was 56. 4 1 ja 4, 4 4 ja 16, 14 3 ja 42. 42 grams. So this was the numerical according to me, which gives the clear idea how stoichiometric method is the most important thing in order to calculate the most typical examples. Let us move to another section. I hope you are enjoying in my way, and let us check few another example. Now in the next section we are going to study about ppm or parts per million. Parts per million. Here million means 10 की power 6. I think you know very well million is so used for very dilute solution. This data is used to evaluate when the solvent or solution is very large and the amount of solute is very low. Hence we use this thing ppm. So there are two ways to find out ppm. Let us assume ppm, parts per million, in mass and volume. So mass of solute in gram divided by volume of solution in ml into 10 की power 6. And if we are going to measure in mass and mass, then formula will be like this: mass of solute in gram divided by mass of solution in gram into 10 की power 6. So just take this screenshot and we will try to figure it out by doing a numerical. Just if ppm of calcium carbonate solution is 200, calculate molarity. So to calculate this thing, we first we have to know that what does 200 parts per million tells us. So 200 ppm tells us that ppm means 200 gram of calcium carbonate is present in 10 की power 6 ml of water. What does this thing means? That 200 ppm means that 200 gram of calcium carbonate is present in 10 की power 6 ml of water. तो हमें निकालना है molarity. So what we have to do next? Molarity equals to weight. Let us assume its weight is 200 gram, already given 200 gram, and its molar mass, calcium carbonate का molar mass 100 होता है, divided by volume of solution. यहाँ पर वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन 10 की पावर 6 ml है, डिवाइडेड बाय, इसे हम कन्वर्ट करेंगे लीटर में, तो डिवाइड बाय 1000 करते हैं तो लीटर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. सो व्हाट विल इट बिकम? 2 by 10 की पावर 3 इक्वल्स टू 2 into 10 की पावर -3 मोलर. दिस विल बी द मोलैरिटी ऑफ दिस सॉल्यूशन. पीपीएम में बहुत ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछे जाते हैं, इसे आप लिख लीजिए. बाकी हम अगले सेक्शन में देखते हैं कहाँ कहाँ कैसे कैसे इसका यूज हो सकता है. Let us move to the next example. A sample of chalk contains clay as impurity. Chalk आप जानते हो बोर्ड पर लिखने वाला, सभी ने देखा होगा. It contains impurity of clay. Clay इसमें impurity होती है. Clay loses 11% of its weight as moisture on prolonged heating. अगर आप clay को heat करोगे, then it will tend to lose 11% of its weight. Now, what is the question? If 5 gram of chalk on heating, let us assume we are heating 5 gram of chalk sample and it loses 1.1 gram. So, for sure, it is losing its weight in the form of carbon dioxide and water. Calculate percent of chalk in the sample. As let us assume 5 gram chalk, how much it contains? It contains, let us assume clay as 5 minus x. हमें परसेंटेज निकालना है chalk in the sample. And कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट होता है chalk actually. Let us assume it is x gram and clay is present 5.x gram. ठीक है. So calcium carbonate when heated it produces CaO and CO2. ठीक है. This is the balanced reaction. Let us assume minus x by 100. X by 100 means whatever be the weight of calcium carbonate, here we took x gram divided by its molar mass. This was the mole of calcium carbonate used to produce x by 100 mole of carbon dioxide. As we can easily watch here that 1 mole of calcium carbonate will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. If x by 100 mole of calcium carbonate is used, then it will give surely x upon 100 mole of carbon dioxide, है ना. सिंपल सी बात है, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट में जितना खर्च होगा उतना ही कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड प्रोड्यूस होगा. सो तो यहाँ पर हमें देखना है लॉस, टोटल लॉस कितना हुआ. लेट अस अज्यूम कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट का मोलर मास कितना होता है. हाँ, तो मास कितना कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का निकला होगा. मास ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लिबरेटेड will be moles of carbon dioxide into molar mass of carbon dioxide will be 44. So इतना ग्राम तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लिबरेट हो गया है एंड कुछ हिस्सा क्ले में से निकला है. आपको पहले उसने बोल दिया है कि 11% क्ले लूज करता है वाटर इफ इट इज हीटेड. सो टोटल लॉस ऑफ वेट मान लेते हैं कहाँ गया क्ले. क्ले का सैंपल का वेट है 5.5 माइनस x ग्राम. अगर आप इसे हीट करेंगे तो इट विल लूज 11% ऑफ इट्स वेट. ठीक, तो इसने इतना लॉस किया होगा. और एट द सेम टाइम when calcium carbonate was getting heated, it was also liberating x upon 100 into 44 gram of carbon dioxide. It is also a mass as it has been losing 44x upon 100. So the total loss is how much it lost? 1.1 gram. You can easily calculate the value of x. 5 minus x into 11 by 100 plus 44x upon 100 equals to 1.1 gram. Now in the next section you are not interested to calculate this. Let me check in my solution. No, I have not solved it yet. So the question arises, calculate percent of chalk in the sample. So the loss here we already calculated x. x, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट x percentage was x upon total mass was 5 gram into 100. इनिशियल चॉप का सैंपल में परसेंटेज आ जाएगा, ये आपका आंसर होगा। x की वैल्यू यहाँ से फाइंड आउट करके यहाँ पे पुट कर दो, वो आपका आंसर होगा। आई होप ये न्यूमेरिकल बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमने देखा क्ले है उसमें, और उसमें कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट है, क्ले में से पानी की फॉर्म में लूज हो रहा है वेट, और कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की फॉर्म में वेट लूज हो रहा है, और इन दोनों वेट का सम है 1.1 ग्राम, जो कि क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है। हमने यहाँ से x की वैल्यू निकाल ली, ये x की वैल्यू सॉल्व करके, और x by 5 गिवन मास ऑफ कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल मास इनटू 100, ये उसका आ जाएगा परसेंट ऑफ चॉक इन द सैंपल। ये जेईई का आया हुआ क्वेश्चन है, एंड जब से ये आया तब से हमारे ये कंटेंट में आता है।